Hey, you guys. Hey, Miss Queen Libra. Hey, Amaya. It's Thursday. It better be Thursday because I don't think I can take too many more days this week. You guys, the show today, I am so impressed with the way that things went. I saw some spoilers drop this morning, Amaya. I was still laying in the bed. And I thought these spoilers, oh my gosh, look at what these spoilers say. I was tickled pink. I'm going to try to wait for some people to come join us. Hey, Michael T. I'm going to wait to show you if we get some more people to join us. But I want to look at these spoilers myself to see really what we have to look forward to next week. And we kind of already know what we have to look forward to next week, the Sin reunion. And I really hope that happens tomorrow. Like, I hope tomorrow is the day that he gets off of that plane and finds Steffi. So it looks like they got the cover, is what Tara is saying. I'm excited. Darling's here. She's not here yet. Amaya and Miss Queen Libra are here. I think you guys can see each other. Oh, you was talking to me. I'm sorry. Hi. Y'all can see each other's comments. So where do we even start with today's show? Ridge and Taylor on the plane concerned. And it's funny to me how everybody's communication has been, everybody's got communication issue. The Wi-Fi on the plane that they're on just happened to go out. So nobody can even call Ridge and Taylor to tell them that Finn is alive. It's just, hey, darling. It's just nobody can get in touch with anybody. Steffi can't get in touch with, well, nobody can get in touch with Steffi because the doctor told Taylor it's best if she was incommunicado. So her phone, her ringer's off. She ain't talking to nobody. Now Ridge and Taylor can't be reached because the Wi-Fi on the plane is out. Ain't nobody gonna know to the last minute. And the only way for them to get through to Steffi is gonna be social media. I'm just amazed.
Today is a well-fed day.
I would have to agree. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, say
Good evening, everybody.
So I had some dental work done today, so I won't be talking a lot, but I will be listening. And yes, today was an amazing show. It was so amazing. The show went by fast to me.
right.
It did. It was over with before I knew it, and I was like, "Damn!" Oh, hey, Michael T out there, YouTube. Glad you're tuning in.
Yeah, I think what it is that it's just been so good. Everything has been so different. We're seeing, Bill Spencer set now. We've got the airplane set. I mean, there's nothing more pleasing to me than something different to look at, something
Yeah.
for the eyes. When I see the same people in the same rooms day in and day out, it bores me. So I have been loving this whole, I mean, of course I'm gonna love any Sin story, but even when Finn was presumed dead, I was liking, the story. I was liking what I was getting. So I'm just happy, and I'm gonna be sitting here listening, guys. If I start snoring, y'all just scream and I wake up, okay?
That's funny that you
No
said
problem, honey.
because I had to pull myself up off the couch. I just wanted to sleep, and 6:30 came, and I was like, I got to get up off this couch. I gotta go talk to these people. Get up off the couch. I didn't want
Yeah.
to. So
I
I'm
want to talk. I want to listen. I want to listen to the soap. I definitely want to listen, but I'm under medication, so you just never know. But I'm here for it all,
under
ladies and
medication.
gentlemen.
That is no problem. What I will say is, I honestly was 100% okay with pretty much every aspect of the show, even Hope and Liam of all things.
Me too. Me too. Me
Well,
too.
I figured it out. That's the reason why the Spencers are there because they're the news people. They write the news, so it's fitting that they should be the ones sitting around talking about the what's going on. They ain't putting it in the paper, so it's just fitting. And it hit me today. I was like, you know what? That makes sense that it would be Liam that would go out and spread the news like the town crier.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense for that to be his role because the Spencers are the news people. They write papers and they got
Oh,
magazines and all that stuff.
Bubbles. Can is on YouTube, and she says the link isn't available.
Hold on. What she mean the link ain't available? Hold on.
We certainly ain't over the limit.
No, that she must be looking at an old post. Let me get her. Can. I'm gonna put the link in the thing here. Um, hold on.
Hey, Renee. But today was a masterful episode from the start to the finish. We already knew we was in for
Mm-hmm.
some good stuff because we left off with Lee and Finn being reunited, and that it was just so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And also, somebody, I think it was D who made the comment. Lord, was Sheila mad that Lee was still breathing?
Yes, that did nothing make her matter. She
I
was
think.
pissed. I think that this is the rivalry
Everybody.
that
Everybody.
hey, how you doing? I
Hey,
think
Renee.
Bubbles was right about that Stephanie rivalry. This is like to me this is like the beginning of a new Stephanie type Stephanie Sheila type rivalry.
Because it's definitely not over. As long as she's got the means to escape, and we know she's gone, and she ain't got Mike because he sat there and tarried. He sat there and tarried with Lee, and now the cops done got him because instead of him taking his ass on, he then sat there and knocked Lee out and all that
It
shit.
was that
Right.
kiss. That
But
kiss messed him up.
girl, yes, when
He
he
was all in his head.
screamed. I screamed because I think I'm the one who said from the beginning that this was also a love story for Sheila. Even
Yep.
if it didn't look that way, this was a love
Hmm.
story for Sheila too.
Well,
Um,
we thought it was because I wouldn't I hated that Sheila basically Sheila knew that the police was like literally on their way. She knew
Yes, she
that.
did.
She did not tell Mike they on their way. Let's go. Get out of here. She basically didn't
Left it
want to be saddled with him. She didn't want his dead weight and she just bailed. She's a damn I'm just mad at I'm so mad at Sheila about that. Why would she do that to a guy that's her ride or die?
because that's how she uses Mike. Mike, his thing. Mike is in love with Sheila, but never ever confuse that to believe that Sheila is in love with Mike.
Sheila don't even like Mike at this point. I mean, you would
Mm-mm.
think that if it was a friend, especially he just got her out. He is literally
girl,
untying her hands as we speak, and she is not trying to tell the man the cops are on their way. Let's go.
but why though?
Mm.
Because listen, she knows that she needs a sacrificial lamb, and Mike knew what was going on when she said, "I'll meet you later," and didn't give him no rendezvous point, and he was
And
like,
no,
"Where?"
exactly, exactly.
Exactly. He knew what he understood it right there in that second.
Right. He been doing this with her for 30 plus years. He knew. He knew. His little face said, "Well, damn, she did it to me again." She sure did, buddy. You love that woman, but she kissed you goodbye.
Can say let us in. So apparently the troops at the door.
No, there she go. Come on in, girl.
Mhm.
No, because Mike is here too. He wants to talk. He in the stream yard.
Well, Mike can see the. I sent the thing over there. Mike can
He
come.
over here too. He came over. He said he in the stream yard now.
No, he
He
ain't.
must be backstage.
No, he ain't because I see everybody. He ain't on my screen. He ain't on this
He
screen.
he chatted he chatted in the comments. He said, "Hey Bubbles, I'm in the stream yard now."
No, well, bless his
Is he
heart.
Oh, he
not
must
waiting
have did one of
backstage?
my numbers in and out
Hold on. No,
by accident.
he's on the YouTubes. Oh, he
Hey,
said he
Stefan.
wants it. Michael,
Yeah.
click the same link that I just gave Can. All y'all can see it.
Oh, and SB Rider coming in hot from YouTube too.
Yeah,
Looks like the band back together again.
Tell him to
y'all.
drop the down arrow so he can
It's
get that link.
it's
Yeah, it should be lit up.
it's
Hey, SB Rider. Hey, Stefan. Everybody coming in.
we
Yes,
got
Today
get
space
was a
Mike
good
in here
for
episode.
because this
people.
was a show. This was a show.
Yes, wasn't it? It was so good. Oh my God, I started crying at the end. I know I went on a big crybaby.
I'm trying to tell you that voicemail message was just so real to me.
It
I
really
mean, it
was.
just was, it was like not even acting to me. It was just like a real damn moment. Maybe because it feels real to me because we've been
Yeah.
waiting for this moment for so long, but it was incredible. That voicemail, I just felt it.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie ain't
Yeah.
even got her
If
phone. We
Tanner
just,
does not get an Emmy for this performance next year, he was absolutely amazing for the past 2 weeks.
He has been it for me. But you know what? I think that the show has been so good.
Yeah.
I can actually say that everyone, even Naomi Matsuda, I think Naomi Matsuda done came out the blocks hot. I think she's probably
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
one to catch on the Emmy race because she coming out the blocks hot. I mean, I think that all these actors have been doing so incredibly well on
Yeah.
our soap. You know, this is probably like the first time I've actually been proud to say I watched Bold and the Beautiful.
that's been a
I
hard
wrote,
statement to make the last the last 10 years. It's been hard to say you a
Yeah,
I just
proud
made
Moles fan. Whew.
right,
I just made
right.
a comment under that preview for what happened the last scene of the day. And I have to tell you guys because it makes me so happy. I'm like super proud to be Team Steffi no matter what the storyline is. But this storyline, y'all, do y'all understand how grateful and thankful I'm pleased? I feel that it's our storyline. Like we getting all the stops. Ain't nothing getting stopped for us. Just like they pulling everything out for us. The red carpet, we got all the good food. We ain't got just scrimps. We got lobster tails. We got everything. It's just I'm so happy that it's us.
This
This is
story is
our
a love
time.
letter to Steffi fans. It really is.
Yes.
And
It's
it's owed to us.
Yes.
It's been
We've
owed
been
to us for
patient.
so long.
exactly.
Yes. It for people to not really I always explain it. I can only speak for myself, but this is how I view and feel about me being a Steffi fan these past, 13, 14 years. I feel like as a viewer that put interest in a character or a set of characters, which is what the show was supposed to do, have things on that interest people. So what interested me was Taylor and Steffi, and all those women and how they navigate these worthless men. They albatrossed my favorite Steffi to this man that always treated her less than what she deserved, and that persisted. And at the end, what we got paid for our time and our investment in this character, that we just all only wanted to see her happy in the end because that's what we watch these stories for. We watch it because we want to see triumphs, we want to see drama, we want to see it all. But at the end of the day, we want the people that we want to be happy, to triumph at the end. So they have us dragged by this motherfucker for a decade, and at the end of it, we get a pregnancy, but we don't get a fairy tale pregnancy. We get opposite. We get a single mother, and she's single, and he uses her body as disposable trash, in between his fights with his wife. So you goddamn right, they owe us a motherfucking love letter.
Yeah. Because of
They
all
owe
that
us more than
bitterness.
that,
That
because
was
they can't nothing can bring back the time that we invested, all those years to nurse a goddamn goose egg. Ain't shit in it. That's a lot of time, y'all. That's a lot of
It
time to
is.
invest. And we got shit out of it. We was unceremoniously dragged like hell. So I guess I said I wasn't gonna talk, but I guess I got some energy for it.
That's okay, girl. The
No, I
message
disagree with you.
off.
So yes, this love letter is so worth it. And we couldn't it couldn't have been better. I mean, it seems like to me it really is like a payback. Like, yeah, we know we fucked y'all over. So we can't give you the time back, but we gonna start over fresh. We're gonna start
And
over fresh. So after what we wanted for Steffi, what we wanted all those years, yes, she does now finally have, and she has it with a better man.
I
and
would
here's
say
the thing.
if we hadn't got all of those bad storylines, all of that crying and the bitterness and all that, we would not be appreciating this so much, I don't think. Because, when people are so used to getting things, they forget how bad it can be. So we done seen and we done felt and we done tried and tribulated through all of that. So to get this is a whole nother sweetness to it to me.
It
Mm-hmm.
is. Things taste that the sweetness of something is only truly appreciated when you didn't come off the most bitter shit in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And the last, specifically, especially the last 4 or 5 years for Steffi, have been the
Mm-hmm.
most bitter that they could be. And here's the thing: it's not all about the fact that the pairing that they sold her into Steam didn't work
Mm-hmm.
out. Because here's the thing:
Mm-hmm.
soap couples don't work out. Parents break
Mm-hmm.
up. It happens all the time in daytime. It's been happening since soaps was in black and white. As sure
Mm-hmm.
as the sun, as sure as the sun will set, a couple will break up. That's just the way it is.
Yep.
That's not what made this time so hard. If you were a Steffi fan first, it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the breakup. It was everything else that went with it. The
Mm-hmm.
degradation, the absolute disrespect,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that even when it was clear that all of this shit was over, they couldn't do no better than have her mark time for 2 freaking years and spend her time being a marriage counselor to the man who completely broke her heart and basically, sabotaged her pregnancy and made her miserable as hell.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think it's fine to break up and, not be friends with somebody. That's okay. Or to just be civil with them. But to have this fool sitting on her couch whining about his marriage to the other girl, who
Multiple
does that?
times.
So so
Multiple times. Who does
Multiple
that
times
shit?
he did
so
this.
so the thing is, we all know breakups happen. That's not it.
Yeah.
That's absolutely not it.
Yes, it was not.
She was sold. We were sold. We were sold into this relationship, right? That's what they sold us for years.
Mm-hmm.
And then so this is where it gets me. They could have busted up that relationship. After that one night stand with Steele or whatever Liam was doing with Sally, that could have ended at any point.
Yep,
But
could have been done.
instead, what they did is got her pregnant from the bum to tie her to him. And not only that, he abused her from the moment he found out she had slept with Bill. So it's not just that they broke up; it's how we get. When we ship on soap operas, we looking for the fairy tale. We looking for the kids. We looking for the marriage. We looking for the family. And what the fuck they did? It was they gave us a kid and gave us the opposite of a fairy tale and
They really gave us a nightmare.
use that kid to drag my fave worse into the gutter with this motherfucker. It's not about a breakup for me. It'll never be
Mm-mm.
that simple. It was a complete rape of my time. The way, I mean, how in the hell you sell somebody some shit like that, and then this is how you end it. This is how you tear it up. That was a big fuck you to me. I don't know about y'all. I took it personally the way they did that. A breakup is one thing, but this was something totally different. This was like and this was on purpose, meant to me. It was a shot through the heart. I took it personally, and maybe that's why I foam at the mouth when I think about this motherfucker. Um, I'm very bitter about it, and I'll never be unbitter about it.
But we have fear now.
I
So
can do both. I
I
am
know,
more
I know, I
incapable of
know,
hating a
but I'm just
motherfucker and loving
saying,
another one at
I
the
just
same
don't want
time.
to get astray way too far to where we talking them about that way much more longer than it needs to be talked about. Because we all know what happened. We all was there. We all tread through them same muddy old floors. But I'm just saying, we got so much to be happy about right now.
Well, let's do it.
It's true. We
Let's
have,
do it.
I mean, at this point, Steffi is getting everything that we ever really wanted for her in a story. It took us a
She's
long
Period.
getting
time to get
everything
there,
we
but
wanted
we
for
did.
Period.
her in
Period.
general. Right.
Yes.
Right.
Now, oh, and so let's break down what happened today. I'll start with the part that probably was the least bit of development, which was Taylor and Ridge. And Taylor going into more detail about this clairvoyant dream that she had that obviously is the future.
I found
It's
that very much, yes. I mean, so they picked up on the dream. So go ahead.
I thought that was a, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a Tridge oldie, but her having dreams about on a beach. I thought that was her dreaming about her and Ridge back in the day, because I remember many times when they had dinner on the beach. But nonetheless, I digress. I could be wrong, but it also, the whole situation with the clown and stuff, and it made me think of Morgan, and I was like, hold on, is she thinking
I
about
don't
herself?
know. I
Huh?
don't know. Now I
Because
think
they
when
are
you say
really right.
clown,
Because I found that very interesting, darling. What is your
Yeah.
take? Because even you brought that up yesterday that, are
mhm.
they going to have Taylor clairvoyant? I have no idea. But what is your take on this? I mean, after today and it picked back up, Rich literally said, finish telling me about your dream. I mean,
Hmm.
goddamn. Go ahead, honey.
It
What's your
really,
take on this?
honestly, my first thought yesterday was the simple one, which was that okay, Taylor, despite not knowing anything about what's really going on, is picking up on the fact that her daughter is about to get her happily ever after, even at a time when that seems to be utterly and completely impossible.
Right.
So that, and they're going to Monaco, so beautiful sun-kissed beaches are definitely in this locale.
Yes.
But then today when she got more in depth about it, about how happy they were, and the one part I couldn't make work was so Can's theory sounds interesting. I don't know where the hell the clown came in, except for me to feel like maybe the clown must be rich, considering he about to act a whole damn clown in Monaco. Other than
I
that,
So
think it has something to
I
do
thought
with this baby that's finna get kidnapped just like Steffi did. And then that is not finna be Morgan. It's finna be his grandmama. That's what I was going with. Like, she clairvoyant in a sense, like she picking up on senses of saying like the happiness with them getting back together, and she got her fin back. But this so-called happy clown is happy because she may not have fin, but she will have her haze. And that's what I'm taking up on.
so.
well,
You
if
think that
And that the
this
clown being
dream
Sheila.
is actually got to do with something else that's coming up that's gonna have to do with kidnapping Hayes?
well, keep in mind, I actually remember that part of Morgan's story pretty well. The reason she was at a Forrester kid's birthday party. I can't remember which child it was, but one of the kids had a birthday party, and Morgan disguised herself as a clown to sneak in. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she tried to drown Stephanie in that pool. It's a little fuzzy now,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but it's really interesting that, because the thing is, I mean, it's not like they brought anybody with them to Monaco who's going to be the comic relief. So I totally do think that Taylor's dream was clairvoyance, or a message from the future maybe about sin and their happiness. But that clown part that got thrown out today kind of had me side eyeing, going, What the hell kind of clown?
Well, well, when I
Because
heard the clown,
we
when
know
I
Mike
when I
is
heard,
down for the count. Mike is not her accomplice no more, not because he don't want to, but because he's going to
He got
be
caught.
able to. So
I
who's
think
to
the
say
clown is
that
Liam.
who?
I think the clown is Liam. No, I think the clown is
I mean,
Liam
well,
because
Obviously,
he
what
is
she
a
was
clown,
describing,
but
what Taylor was describing was a like a party on the beach. She said Steffi was there, Finn was
Sheila
there.
is going to dress up like the clown and steal Hayes.
you
that's
know.
Well, that's what Ken was saying, right?
but see,
I think
I was going into the front to say that who's to say that Sheila doesn't only have to have Mike as an accomplice. Who's to say that she doesn't know Morgan or Tom?
Okay,
Because
so
she
we
can't
reaching
just
now. If we talking
no, no,
about
no, no,
Morgan,
no. I'm not. I'm no, no, no. I'm not saying that they're gonna come back. I'm gonna say. I'm saying she know these people because two birds of a feather. They do flock together. So if Taylor, if Sheila has been the villain and the storyline lately. Who's to say that she doesn't know the storyline from? Because she know Tridge and them storyline from back in the day, and she was around when Steffi got kidnapped and stuff like that. I'm just saying it could all just like how Mike
well,
just popped up out of nowhere. So could somebody in that
I
time.
think Liam's the clown. I think Liam's the clown. They were describing a party essentially to me. It sounded like they were describing because anytime you have a bonfire is usually a fire for multiple people. It's usually a party event. And I believe a clown was there because of some kind of a party, and the clown was probably Liam's dumbass dressed like a clown. If this is something that's going to come to fruition, that's what I'm thinking it is. So
you
so
know,
we
it's
all got our so we all got a theory about what the clown stood for.
Yeah,
well, one
but
thing
we
I
all know that it stand out for something. It means something because they
Right.
don't put nothing out there for anything. Just
Well,
to
they put
just
the
be.
cactus
well,
out there for nothing.
well, one thing I can say definitely is that I'm thinking. The more I think about it, the more I have to wonder if they don't have. Because obviously, this news about Finn, aside from it being good from the obvious perspective of soap fans, this is massive news for everyone back in LA. I would not be surprised if they had a party at the beach to celebrate Finn's, rise from the grave. Because at first I was thinking, well, maybe that's what they have a bonfire in Monaco. But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, is this something that's going to happen when they go home to LA?
I have a question.
It's going
Isn't
yes,
there
it's
supposed to be like a helicopter crash and a big
in
fire
an
in Monaco?
explosion.
Right.
Helicopters and explosions. That's
We
what
still don't
TK
know.
said.
We still
So
don't know how the
maybe
hell
the
that was
party's
in.
back in LA when everybody gets home and Sheila's presumed dead.
Well, we know she's going to be presumed dead or she's going to escape because we know Sheila's not going to die. I would die if Sheila
Oh
died.
no, they're not killing Sheila.
So,
Sheila's
um,
what Stefano Demara should have been. Never ending.
right.
Well,
And
Stefano was it never ending. The
yeah,
only reason
well, now,
it was
yeah,
because Joe died.
exactly. What
Right.
had he not passed, Stefano would still be raising hell in Salem to
Girl,
this day.
but
He's
listen,
still
they
raising hell.
still did.
Remember
Right.
Stephen O?
Oh
They
yeah, I
Remember
try to
Stephen O?
block Stephen O.
Yeah, they took his essence and put it in other people. So yeah, Stefano came back even after Joe died. They was gonna work. They was gonna find a way, honey.
Because that's what you do with your villains. That's how come we know Sheila will never
I'm
die.
still trying to figure out that damn cactus. Stephanie need to throw it away when she get her ass home, but that's just me.
But see, this is all playing out, guys. Listen, we never too far off. Steffi lives on the beach. A party on the beach to celebrate Finn coming home would be normal to have right at Steffi and Finn's house on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And this would be a perfect time where Liam dumbass would be a clown for the kids. But what if so and so says, let me go and check on Amelia and Hayes. Go in the house, Amelia knocked out on the floor, Hayes gone, and the cactus is in the crib.
Lord, I will be all screaming on the floor.
But I
Because
told
wouldn't
y'all,
it be something
I
if
don't
Taylor
Who's
and
think
Bill?
Amelia?
that's gonna happen anyway because she gonna get her baby. She
No,
gonna get
who's
this child
Amelia?
one way or another.
Right.
Cause
And we
someone
don't,
tell
and we
me
know
who's
it's not going to be
Amelia.
immediate. They're not going to go right into Steffi and Finn's reunion and then go immediately into Hayes being missing. So we
No,
know
there's
that.
gonna be a gap.
Exactly. And Kimberlyn is not taping right now because she's having her little feet thing done. Well, she's taping now. Well, she's not taping now, but she's going to be taping because she's fishing. So I'm assuming she's going to go back in August with everybody else.
Yeah, her surgery was last month or earlier this month because when I've seen her videos on IG, and there was one with her and Catherine together because both of them, they had the same foot is messed up. Both of them messed up
Right.
the same foot, so they
Mm-hmm.
were out shopping. So I know she can at least walk on it. She's got one of those scooter things like Catherine had.
Oh, she's fishing now. She's out fishing. So she's 100% walking around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But before that, she had one of those little scooter things.
Yes, she did, and she had her daughter there taking care of her.
Well,
I love,
too,
Kimberly's Instagram page.
I'm
I
looking for the third
absolutely
one.
love Kimberly. Her page is so live. I mean, when you got a bad
Y'all,
chick like Kimberly out there fishing and hold that big old fish up.
y'all know bad news traveling three, so that means one more person on board got to bust their foot up.
I like how Renee Sofa are friends. Do you see her when she buys all her pottery and stuff from her?
Who?
Oh yeah,
Rena and who?
Sheila McQuinn in real life
Kimberly.
on Instagram.
Oh, Kimberly and Rena. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I think everybody loves Rena. I
I mean, how can you not
girl
love
is
her?
back on set. Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah, Rena and Krista are personal friends too. That known one another for a long time.
I want y'all to know that this spoiler picture that I'm looking at of Ridge and Taylor together is probably exactly what I was telling folks was going to happen. That they would be so overwhelmed by Steffi and Finn getting together that it would just lead to them being close.
Put it on for us.
Let me share this screen with y'all.
Please do.
I'm over here on Krista's well, I'm on everybody's stories going through. Look at this picture. Okay, so they're kissing. Oh, Ridge, Steffi's happy and Finn's alive. That's the top right. Then when you go down to that bottom left corner, he's putting his hands on her.
Mm-hmm.
They caught up in a moment. Get your hands off of her. Raggedy self. I don't want him near Taylor because
Bubbles, I agree with you. Go ahead, huh? And then I'm gonna say follow up.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but I'm glad that they seem to have dressed up. I don't know how to make this bigger. Every time I click on it, it starts playing, and I don't want to report it, but I want to make it bigger because
I can enlarge it on my phone. Nobody else
Well, hold
can.
on.
You can.
Wait. Tara had actually posted those pictures. I popped on her Twitter. Hold on.
Yeah, I was able to pinch the screen and I seen it. Y'all know what? I think I'm probably, I don't know. I think I have been, talking about being dragged as a Steffi fan. As a Taylor fan, it's even worse. I mean, I can't help it that I absolutely adore Tridge. It's sad. I just always have. And this new Tridge, Krista and Torsten, it's just so wonderful. I think I'm probably always gonna want these two together.
I ain't gonna lie, Sam. I'm turning up my nose at this right now.
What you said, darling?
I'm turning up my nose at this right now because if what happens, the speculation of what happens before this happens is what happens, I ain't got no time for this shit.
Exactly.
What's your speculation?
Because if he did it once, he did it again and again and again.
That lady in the other picture.
So these are the pictures that Tara has. This lady is Celine, whatever. She's probably just somebody that Stephanie knows at the center, maybe another doctor or something.
Okay, so that's not the psychiatrist that she.
No, that's not Flavia.
Okay.
And the lady's name is Flavia. That's a very not French name, but okay, I'll go with her being named Flavia.
So
is he riding a bicycle? Oh no, that's him.
That's him in the background.
Oh my baby! Oh my God!
Look, he walking around the streets looking for his woman.
So according to the earlier spoilers that a couple of people was posting, including Ricky, was that we don't know the circumstances, but apparently Hope is going to post something to social media about Brooke and Deacon. A picture
Yes,
Yes.
of Brooke and Deacon.
I seen that.
yes.
Now
What day was that? Let me go back because I'm on the
we
spoiler page.
we
Wait a
don't
minute.
know
Yes.
the
Wait a minute. Go back.
circumstances.
Go the other
It's for
direction,
next
Bubbles.
Tuesday, I think.
What is that pink shirt? One more, right there. Is that a recent picture,
I
No,
or
don't
is
that's
that
think
oh?
so.
But
all.
that's a
No, that's
throwback
Monica
history.
No,
Miller.
that's
When
oh
they
that's
was at
whole
the
picture.
fashion show.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. That's a throwback. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Right.
so.
So apparently Brooke and Deacon and Hope get together under some for some reason. I don't know. There's
But
not
hold look,
See.
Deacon got a
That
whole
man.
apartment with the skillet hanging on the wall. He got spices in the spice rack.
I
Deacon,
know he got a whole damn kitchen. Not
look,
a
Is
hot
that
plate
Thomas'
kitchen.
old place?
no, that's not Thomas's old place.
Not with the way that door looks.
No.
No,
So
that
listen,
can't be
y'all.
Thomas's. Hmm?
So who gonna get into this? Who is gonna start this at about this speculation about whatever Hope is gonna post? Because I swear it seemed like old girl is actually trying to end her mom's marriage.
Well, see, this is what my question is. This is
Oh
my thing.
my God, you
This is
got
my thing. I'm pissed about all of this because it's gonna put me in a position to do things that I hate doing. It's gonna put me in a position of actually having to defend Hope Logan and her ragged ass mom, and I hate having to do that.
but hold on before we start talking to Hope because I want y'all to read what's on the screen because it's exactly how I said it would be. Steffi is gonna be looking at this locket, open it up, and glance at a photo of her and Finn. When she looks up, she'll think she sees a ghost because her late husband will be walking towards her. That's exactly what I said. Steffi will begin to collapse and Finn will catch her because she ain't gonna never fall when he around. He ain't gonna never let her fall. But I told y'all how it was
Baby.
gonna happen. She's gonna be sitting on that bridge, looking at that locket, thinking about Finn and their life and the life they could have had. And when she look up and see him, she gonna think it's a damn ghost, and she's seeing things. I love it when I predict things right.
And
Okay,
listen,
I
the
think
the
you do.
fact that she gonna damn near pass out from it is sending me. And Finn with his big strong arms, the strongest arms I've ever seen on a non-basketball player in all my life,
Who said
is
a
gonna catch her.
non-basketball player?
Oh, let me
Yes,
tell you
indeed.
something. There's no arms like the arms of a basketball player. I mean, I mean. But anywho, I digress. And I just cannot. I mean, she is going to just about to faint when she sees that because her husband is magnificent. He is gorgeous. He is everything, and she's gonna damn near faint. So we gonna have us a fan family reunion. We
All
gonna get
next
our
week is a
Kelly.
love letter.
We're gonna get our cute little Kelly, our little temporary Kelly, in a scene, hopefully with Finn and Hayes. I want a Sin family scene. I want the family.
Oh,
I
we
I
want
will
them
think we
there
get. Oh,
too.
we definitely get that.
definitely get that. Them kids over there,
Can
we'll
I
definitely
please,
get that.
can I please see Kelly running to her daddy and him holding Hayes? I need to see all of that.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And not only just coming up this week, because I just read Ricky put on her page that Monaco scene's starting tomorrow and they're going through Thursday. So
Right.
literally
So
a
we
week.
get we get a
Wait,
solid
they
week
going
in
all the
there.
way to next Thursday?
Yes.
Well,
Oh,
we only a 30-minute show, 19 with commercials. So
Right. So
that
whatever they
about
taped in
all
those,
but
right.
they
yeah.
reunite on Tuesday. Oh, so we gonna get some. Y'all know we
Right.
gonna.
So that's what I mean. But so
Okay.
the Monaco scene start tomorrow, but that's probably going to be Finn and
Looking for her.
Tridge. And then
Mm-hmm.
Monday we're probably going to see because I can't wait to see Steffi. I can't wait to goddamn see Steffi on screen.
She
Is
going
that
to
Monday
see
or
him
Tuesday?
on Monday, probably the last scene of it, and think she's seeing a ghost.
Probably you're right. Probably Monday night is where we'll probably see Steffi on Monday. I just can't wait to see Steffi.
Me too. It seemed like she been gone a long time.
Yes, it's been a quick maternity leave, but we were well entertained while she was gone this time.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
were.
the Bells really did say, "Well, we gonna make them damn Steffi fans stick around this time," and they wasn't bullshit. That damn show stuck around, but that's all they had to do for to begin with. is right for Finn. I mean, I love what Tanner brings to the show. I love how different his character is, how cool and calm he is, but will kill a bitch about his wife and his mom. I mean,
As he tried to today. Lessons.
exactly. And right now, he cleans up so well. I mean, even his demeanor in the jet with Bill, it was like, all he want to do is get to his wife. That's it. Thanks for everything. But he ready to go. And I just love that voicemail message. Um, what else were we talking about before we got
Oh,
into the
okay.
Hope subject?
So here's the thing. The way that the spoilers lay out for next week is like this. So Hope is apparently going to be hanging out with both of her parents. We don't know what the capacity is, where it is. I'm assuming that this is not at Brooke's house, however. So while they're hanging out, which here's the thing, I'm okay with Ridge having a problem with Deacon being at the house he shared with his wife. But if his issue now is that he doesn't want her Brooke anywhere near Deacon in any shape, way, or form in this lifetime, he has ego issues and he needs to take care of that.
Yeah,
Burnett.
he does. He always had that issue. But at this point, Ridge has a right to this. I mean, this
No,
is
he
this
does
is
Not
not.
really.
Well,
Not
so
when you
listen, this is the
If
way I
Hope,
look
Hope
at it.
kissing
okay,
all
This
over
if
is
Hope,
this
the
is the way I look at it.
if Hope wants to go to lunch or something with her parents, she don't have to not do that because Ridge has a problem with that. That's
No,
crazy.
but Brooke, so listen, this is where I'm coming from. Um, Ridge left his home and his wife one night. That one night he was gone, his wife couldn't keep her lips off of this particular man. Ridge left his wife, and Ridge told her that the only way he was coming back is that motherfucker was out of her life. Period. This was point blank and period. He didn't say if this or but that. He said that was it. Brooke agreed to it. So now at this point, yes, Rich does have the right to expect that his wife has no dealings, zero with Deacon, because that's
I
what she
completely,
agreed
Can
to.
I
I
disagree with that. We're gonna have
can
to
I
agree
butt
to disagree
in?
on that.
Can I
That's
butt
ridiculous.
in?
Not
Yeah,
when
Go
that
ahead.
make a real
not when they have a grown child and they have grandkids together.
Right, but
There is
that's
not
what Brooke
no way
agreed
in
to.
life. There is no way in this life that Brooke is never going to see Deacon again in
But that's what she
perpetuity.
agreed to. I didn't agree to it. She agreed to it. So now, yes, Ridge has the right to expect that she's going to do what she said.
Can I please say
Go ahead,
something?
Pam.
Rich, first of all, he don't need to be asking neither one of these women for nothing. Now, if he sat up here and he said that they are trying to work on getting back together, if this is her way of saying this is them trying, okay, so he can't have no expectations other than she just gonna be trying to work on it. But at the same time, he can't be going to Monaco and kissing and feeling all up on his ex-wife.
No, he
He
can't.
gotta
He's hypocrite.
Yeah,
he he
that's a whole nother thing though. The
that's
the,
not
the topic
it is
was
it,
the topic was, does Ridge have the right to
no,
expect Brooke to have no contact with Deacon? And
No.
I
no,
said
because
he
then she
does
should
have that right to expect it
no,
because that's what Brooke promised.
no,
Brooke
no,
promised that she
no.
banished Deacon from her house and
Her
that he could
house,
not
yeah.
come back.
Okay.
She
That is
Well,
what
banished
she
maybe
Deacon
promised.
from
there's
the
some
entire
misunderstanding.
property.
Well, watch this misunderstanding between Brooke and Ridge.
She banned him from the entire property. Actually, he can't even go down to the little cabin in the woods to see Hope and the grandbabies. He can't even come to the gate to ring the bell. Brooke told him she don't want him nowhere on the property. I can't wait because I want to see what this picture is.
Me too.
Hope posted
Because
on
yeah,
that.
because
That would
that
be really
picture,
odd for
that
her to.
picture precedes whatever happens between Ridge and Taylor, which is why I have no time for it.
I
Unless
don't
that
think
is
it's going to precede it.
yes, it does. In the spoilers, it does. In the spoilers, it does. The kiss between Trench happens after this foolishness with a social media post. So that's why I have no time for Trench.
Yeah, I
Not
don't have
right
no
here.
time for that shit either.
No, nope,
See, this
nope.
is see, this is this
So
is
he
what I be
don't.
talking about.
So the kiss is a reaction. Is going to be a reaction to
Reaction
that.
to Brooke.
Then
It's gonna be.
I need
It's
her to
going to
slap
be.
him in the face. Yes, I need
It's
her to get on a Spencer jet and go home.
it's going
Right.
to be
I'm
a
tired of this.
combination
See,
of
this is the
both of
thing.
them. See, and that's why I was like, yes, Krista and Turstyn have this fantastic chemistry that is just bubbling. It's beautiful, and I would love to see where it goes. But what I am not here for is for Hope to take a picture of her parents. She posted, it goes viral. Then Brooke, realizing the picture went viral, gets worried about it, and she's like, "Oh well, God, she's because she knows she's married to an asshole." And then Taylor and Ridge share this euphoric moment of a kiss. No, son,
Hey,
no.
but the way the spoiler reads, that happens at the same time.
Well, that's what I'm
I
wondering,
hope it
because if
does.
Ridge don't know about whatever's going on with Deacon and Brooke, I'm fine with it. But I don't want him, oh, Brooke is cheating again. Come, Taylor, let me kiss you.
No.
That's not what I'm trying to do. If
That's
he
some
don't
old
know,
bull right there.
So
They're
here,
not.
Y'all got to think about it's a time difference too. So he on this side of the world and she on this side of the world. So what he see one day, she done already did it the day before.
but social media is live.
but it don't matter because so like right now it's 7 o'clock where I am, but with the time difference in Monaco,
They gonna get it right now, whatever time they are in
Yeah.
Monaco.
Not if they sleep.
But yeah, but that's all right. They'll get it when
that's
they
what I
wake
mean.
up.
Either way it go, no matter when and how. It don't need to be no kissing happen because of no reaction from him seeing what he
Right.
done saw. I don't
Exactly.
want
And
that
that's
old
what we
bullshit. They done wrote that shit in 1999. We
so
don't
we
want that no more.
So
yeah,
the time,
we don't want that. That's right. We don't want that. We want Tridge organically. And if we get in Tridge organically, which they'll be a fool not to. I mean, why they see what we see on screen. It's beautiful what we see on screen, those two actors together. And let me point out, I did see the kiss on the forehead that Ridge gave, the kiss on the head, basically, the Ridge gave Taylor. Adorbs. Ridge also said something towards the end, um, uh, about him. He
She
said
can
we're going
always
to
take a
see our
lay on his head or
not
something.
that one. We're going to see our daughter today, and the way he smiled. Did y'all see that? I
Yeah, I
never
saw it.
see those nice, warm smiles from Ridge when
Mm,
he's with Brooke. I never
No, you
do.
don't.
I
mm,
actually saw
yeah.
TK smile, and that's like, oh my God, he's so cute.
Yeah, he be like
He's
really endearing and really emotionally drawn when he's really present. I'll say that with Taylor. And it seems like he's really just bored and tired when he
passing
with
the
Brooke.
time. Right, right. So
But
Renee, oh, go ahead,
this
Kenzie. I'm
thing
sorry.
with Monaco, I he's not gonna know about that. The way the spoilers are written,
No.
that happens at the same time. Hope takes the picture because she's so super happy and she posts the picture. That's on 8-3. Then on 8-4, Brooke finds out about the picture. And Taylor and Ridge are 9 hours ahead of her in Monaco. So they over here with Steffi and Finn. They not really gonna be studying it. They gonna find it though because they did not make social media an element of this storyline for nothing. Taylor
Exactly.
just bringing it up the other day. Well, you know what? I've been checking on the social medias looking for Lee. Why would a doctor who just lost her son be on social media anyway?
Well,
Like,
and yeah,
is she out there posting memorials to Finn? No.
and
And
what is it? Was this a mistake? Wasn't it? Didn't we read a spoiler also that Taylor was going to post a picture
A
yeah,
worth a
picture that
thousand
was worth
words?
1,000 words.
Yes.
original
I'm
spoiler.
assuming it's a picture. I'm assuming it's a picture of Steffi and Finn.
Well,
Yes.
we don't
And their
know at this point. We're
children.
talking about two different pictures then. So we got Hope taking a picture and posting it on social media, and Taylor taking a picture that's worth 1,000 words. Posting
That's
a
going
picture
to
worth
give
1,000
Sheila a
words.
clue as to where they're at.
You think okay? So Renee, that's interesting. You're still thinking Sheila's going to end up in Monaco like me
Yes.
I don't
because
think
it's
If
interesting
not
that Bill's going to be
physically
in.
in Monaco, they're going to make
But
it look like
see,
she is.
exactly, just like Bill. Bill didn't. Diamond didn't go to Monaco, but they
No.
got him on the
See, but
jet
that's the
saying he's
thing.
going to Monaco.
What I do think that whatever conflict we get with Sheila is probably going to be after they get back to LA, just because one, not for nothing, I think they've had kind of enough for Sheila, at least for a little while. And then two, and of course this is me being thinking like logically, is that how would Sheila even get to Monaco at this point? I mean, because
Right.
not just, and I don't mean financially, because like Kimberly said, Sheila probably a
She got her
Bitcoin millionaire.
Bitcoin money.
But how would she even make it out of the airport? She doesn't have a private plane she can hitch a ride on.
Exactly. She's not like Bill and Ridge that have their own private jet.
Right. She can't get to Monaco. She got to go through TSA. Her picture out there is an escape felon. She ain't.
And they've been looking for her.
Right. And Mike is gone, so she don't got no resources to get to
But
Monaco.
she got Deacon, and he got resources.
Deacon ain't got no resources to get
We
her.
don't know
Deacon
that.
just barely
We
got
don't
out of the
know
broom
that.
closet.
Deacon just
But we
barely
don't
got his
know
own
that.
house.
They're gonna make it look like that. I'm telling you.
Girl, no. Deacon ain't
Well,
got
Sorry for
You know
Cassius
what,
barking.
Amaya? You know what? Amaya makes a valid point. She said that she thought that spoiler was a mistake
the
which one?
about Taylor.
about Taylor posting a picture worth 1,000 words. Is it because
Well, that's what I was saying.
they do make mistakes in print in soap opera digest? They do. So it is possible.
They throw out fake spoilers to throw people off. They do that too. But
It
Taylor
is.
was on the interwebs, on the social medias, looking at stuff. So I don't even think it's past believable. Maybe she might post a picture of Steffi and Finn together afterwards, but I don't think Sheila's coming to Monaco to find them. I'm more focused on this picture that Hope is getting ready to post that's fixing to make Brooke blow up, because who said it? Here comes the next thing for Brooke and Ridge. Yep, here comes the next thing for Brooke and Ridge. And I need to see it. I need to see them completely self-destruct. And I want him to run to Taylor and Taylor be like, dude, I mean, you already made your choice.
Mhm.
And about that, he may not have ring back on.
Oh, darling, your audio.
Oh, sorry. He may not have put his ring back on, but
Where's Renee?
thinks that they're back together. She thinks that they're on the path to being together again. Also, Ridge is not like Ridge is being a roommate with his wife, because they were pretty handsy the day at a fair party when they were celebrating Donna and the Honey Bear. So on paper, he looks like he made a choice. Like he chose who he wanted to be with. Okay,
right,
bro.
And you need to stick with that choice, sir. That you said you were
Exactly.
to your wife. Go home to your wife. Go home to your wife, like you said you was fixing to do, because we don't really need you here.
My
Did
thing,
nobody ask you here? You wasn't invited. Go home to your wife.
exactly. And my thing is what happens. Okay, so there are two paths that this story is going to take from Monaco onward. If the Tridge kiss happens without them knowing about whatever the hell it is, this is going to be that Hope post on social media. It's not a really. I'll be honest. It's not as bad as him kissing her after him flying into whatever the hell it is that Rich flies into because he sees a picture on social media and completely jumps to conclusions.
Right.
But it's also, at least for me, I can only speak for myself, it's not that great because you're the one who went home to recommit to your wife. And if you're in Monaco and whatever's going on between Tridge, it apparently it must be pretty kicking because according to the spoilers, now the kiss, that's supposed to happen on the 3rd. So, no, excuse me, not the 3rd. That's supposed to happen on the 4th. And then the very next day, Steffi is calling her parents out about this vibe that she's getting from them. Now, Steffi don't know nothing about her. I'm assuming Ridge didn't bother to tell her that he moved back in with Brooke.
Right, exactly, because that would be
own.
dumb.
Right. So she probably is thinking, okay, so she probably thinking her dad is still at Eric's, and that things are still up in the air, unbeknownst to the fact that technically no, it's not up in the air. He packed his shit and went back to Beverly Hills. So my thing is, with all of this vibing that they're going to apparently be doing while they're still in Monaco, what happens when they get back stateside?
Well, we know what's going to happen. He's going to come back home and find out that he can't make a hoe into a housewife. and he's going to be running again.
Girl, listen, he should have. He has known since 1987 that you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, which is why he never married Brooke from the jump. She was
Now,
always the second plan. She was
now,
always the second plan. She was always the backup plan, the rebound. That was with anybody that says anything different. I fight you in these damn soap opera streets over that because that woman sat there and lingered until Caroline died. Just salivating at the mouth. Oh, I can get him now. Caroline said, God damn it, Taylor. And that's how it went. He went from Caroline to Taylor. He had a moment with Brooke, but did he marry Brooke in that time between Caroline and Taylor? No, he had every opportunity to marry his destiny, but the Ridge Forrester back then knew that you couldn't turn a hoe into a housewife. And so he married the oncologist who turned into a psychiatrist. And stayed married to her until she died. And then Brooke was able to get her foot in the door. And then what happened? Taylor came back from the dead, and Ridge was like, oh, damn, my wife back. Deuces. And the only reason he broke up with Taylor was that damn secret from 10 years before when she had to finally tell him that she slept with James. And he just couldn't abide by it. But you've been sitting there with that hoe this whole time. But okay, go right ahead. But so, yeah, Ridge, no, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. That ain't nothing new for him.
and yeah, but look at this humiliation. And look at this humiliation. I mean, look at the humiliation. This is a post that is going to be viral of his wife doing something probably fun, cute, and inappropriate with her baby daddy.
Girl, I
the
can't
humiliation that he deserves.
I don't know. I don't think Hope would post something that was risky. She's not that. That's not her.
Girl,
like,
well, he's
whatever
gonna
the post
post
is,
something that she
I don't
thought
know what
was
the
cute.
post is.
So
But
what is
Hell,
this
she
gonna
thought
be like? A cute little picture. Okay. Then wasn't there some spoilers talking about Beth supposed to be coming back?
I
Yes.
think Annika
Okay,
mentioned
Well, it
so what
wasn't
if
a
it got
spoiler, but
something to do
right.
with baby
But
Beth?
I heard
What if
some
it
talk
got
about
something to do with Beth and her grandparents,
Ain't
or
her baby.
Oh,
right,
that's what Amaya says. Maybe it's the
or
grandparents.
it has something, right? It got something to do with the Beth
She said
look,
and
Annika said
Liam or something. I don't know.
she
all
said
I got to say is Ridge get his drawers in a twist over a picture of Brooke and Deacon with their grandchild. He need to go sit down there because that's just
He
ridiculous.
gotta grow up. Period. Though he
That
needs to
that
grow
would
up.
be
Period.
utterly ridiculous.
but y'all know that's gonna make him mad because Ridge flat out does not like Deacon. It doesn't
He sure
matter
doesn't.
what the thing is, just like
Mm-mm.
Deacon was saying to Taylor. You ain't even married to him. He shouldn't even be telling you how to run your life. But you don't want to be friends with me because it's Ridge. It's always going to be Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really
Yep.
pathetic why he
It's
doesn't like
toxic.
Deacon. Like, it's really pathetic.
Right.
Like,
Well,
you don't like him
Deacon,
because he brings out the true nature in your wife.
exactly. That's what
How
it is,
about you
and it
just
brings to
not
the
be with
forefront
her?
exactly who his wife is. He said them
Exactly.
time and time again. Every time this guy's around, he just brings up the worst shit you ever did. He don't like that guy because Deacon had brought out the whore in Brooke. He wasn't even with her at the time.
No,
He
he
didn't
was
even
happily
care
married.
about this when it happened.
Honey,
Exactly, he
let
was.
me tell
So
you.
he basically, this is all about Deacon making that was able to get Brooke out her drawers even though he was married to her daughter.
Let me tell you. If Deacon was able, this is Rich talking. If this louse was able to get this delicate flower that Brooke was to lower her draws and lower her self-respect to the point where she carries on in a relationship, a whole affair to make a child with her son-in-law. Oh my God, what is he gonna do to Taylor? Oh my God, I can't let this happen. Oh no,
Well,
because
at
see,
this point,
Taylor is the last example of somebody that's ideally pure. That's why he broke it off with her so fast, because her having sex with James just made her just human. She fell. She not only did she touch Jesus' hand like in Michelangelo's portrait, but she human, Lord. Oh my God, that means she could be faulted. So now it's just like they're gonna be friends. I don't even want them friends. I don't want her touching him. I don't want to talk to him. Why? Not Deacon of all people. So
Well,
yeah.
Ridge just needs to get his balls by himself and go kill Deacon so he can't be involved with nobody. Go to jail, Ridge. Just go to jail. If
Yeah.
it's that serious, just kill the man and go to the penitentiary so you don't have to know he exists no more.
But
Hell,
Ridge don't have to do all that. See, y'all, I think sometimes shit is just simpler. Sometimes it's not that complicated. It's really not that complicated. Whatever reason is, Ridge don't fuck with him. Ridge told his wife he don't want the dude around. Period. Out her life. She agreed to that. So now she got to honor that. She got to walk the walk instead of just agreeing to it. Now she got to actually walk the walk. She's not going to be able to because her daughter seems hell bent on causing problems between Brooke and Ridge.
But see, and that's what my problem. And this is where we are going to diverge so far, Sam. Is that Ridge? Here's the thing. Ridge is her husband. Okay, that's fine. Ridge is not Brooke's owner, and I can't stand the ground Brooke walks on. He has to accept the fact that yes, Brooke had a baby with Deacon Sharp, and that is never going to change because out of all of her children, Hope is her most precious child and the one that she loves and spoils the most. That's a fact, okay? If he can't deal with that, then he can't. Then he really shouldn't be married to Brooke. He shouldn't have took his ass back to home the hills or none of that.
But those
So,
are your rules. Those ain't Brooke rules. Brooke said when Ridge told Brooke it's either Deacon or him. Brooke chose Ridge. So I hear what you're saying.
yeah,
It's probably
she
what
told.
I would do, but that's not what she did. That's why I
But
keep
that's
saying
the
it's
thing.
simpler.
that's
But
what she.
that's the thing. But
Eventually,
that's the thing. Ridge is her husband. He's not her owner. Being somebody's wife and agreeing that you want what they want in a marriage and needing boundaries. Boundaries
Okay,
are
so but
healthy and they're
that's the
good.
thing.
But
You
that's
don't
the
have to
thing.
tell me
Ridge's
that.
version.
I
But that's
get
the
that.
thing. But you're
But
saying
she
that
did not
Ridge's
agree with you.
version. But you're saying Ridge's version of a boundary is that Deacon Sharp cannot exist anywhere in this universe where she is.
And that's what she agreed to. What you're mistaking
I
is
don't
that I
recall
agree with
that
it. What you're
conversation.
mistaking is that I agreed that Ridge is right.
No,
That's
no, no.
not what
I'm
I'm
not.
saying.
No,
What I'm
no. What?
saying is that he made it. He made a condition. She accepted. Why are you trying to get her loopholes out of what she accepted?
Because I disagree. We're going to disagree on.
But right,
We're
I
going to disagree.
disagree
We're going
too.
to. No, no. You, Sam, let me finish. Well, I disagree in what you think that Brooke agreed to when she got back together with Rich. We disagree on that. I disagree with you on that, and that's fine. Because yeah, if this is not reasonable by any stretch of the imagination. And I'm gonna have to go back and watch it, but I don't recall the Brooke and Ridge reunion including a clause where Deacon Sharp has to not be anywhere in Brooke's vicinity, anywhere in LA for life.
Okay, that's
For
what. So
or
then
else or
maybe
else
that's the. Yeah, maybe
or,
that's where you. Maybe that's where. So my understanding when Ridge said, "I want Deacon out of your life," that to me meant everything. And since she said, "Yes, I'll do that," whether Ridge was entitled to ask that, whether he was right or he was wrong, that's not my concern. He asked it and she agreed.
you
who
know
wait,
what?
hold
I'm
up, wait, what was that,
not
Amaya? Did you say Thomas tries to get custody of Douglas? The hell with Brooke Ridge and this bullshit? Say what?
What happened?
Hold up. Amaya
What?
said that Thomas is supposed to try to get custody of Ridge.
Stop playing, Amaya.
Oh Lord, it's
no.
a clean
I
sweep.
told y'all that was
It's a
gonna be
clean sweep. All the
look.
summer
Y'all
previews
gonna
are gonna
learn to
come
listen to
true.
me.
That's
Y'all
what
gonna
Y'all
learn.
mean to tell me my stuff getting even better?
Y'all gonna learn to
uh
listen to me one day.
okay,
I
okay.
told y'all
Uh-oh.
Taylor got an
Okay,
agenda.
hold up. It looks like the drama is coming up after everybody get home. So here we go.
Yes,
Thomas.
it's even better. So now listen, maybe
Oh
so
Lord.
we was always talking about Thomas was next. Thomas said, who else, darling?
Thomas and that
Thomas
I
and
guess
Hope
that's
them story.
I guess
So this
Thomas
is
and Lope. That
this
must be
is
it.
Hope's story. Remember, I said Thomas could tie into that if he got a woman that decided that they should have done. Now, obviously, he ain't got the woman, but maybe the woman is coming, or maybe he got a
Maybe
woman
the
trying to
woman is
enter. We
his
don't know.
mother. Maybe
Okay, it
the
could
woman
be,
is his mother because Taylor ain't been around.
huh?
We may be digging too deep. Maybe
But
Wait,
it,
the. I'm just saying.
you lost it. I don't
What you
go.
mean? Because Taylor is there. She is taking priority with her children and her grandchildren. Like she said, Steffi is happening right now, taking all her attention. After that is Thomas. She's going to be in his ass 24/7, all in his business about Douglas.
well, you know
That
why?
is what it is.
Because if Brooke, so this, if Ridge, actually leaves Brooke for this again, there would be no reason. I think Taylor, Thomas, Ridge, Steffi all would agree. Why the fuck Douglas still there?
Because
Yeah.
first of all, Taylor don't know what happened, what went down.
She
That
don't know
Taylor
everything
does
because
not know
Thomas,
what happened, what went down
right?
when she took that ring off. And the reason why Ridge was the only one in that house, Liam and Hope included, talking about keeping and taking Douglas away from Thomas. So yeah,
And,
that's who it is. That's who the woman is. It ain't gotta be no new broad. It's his mama.
Steffi and Lee are gonna fight about Lee's decision not to tell her about Finn. Well, that's an
That
argument.
spoiler came out.
Yeah, that's it. In the same week with this shit with Thomas, that's a fight that's coming in.
Oh
Honestly,
man,
I can't even say nothing because if I was Steffi, I'd probably have some words to say too.
man, that makes me upset. I was hoping that they, but that's okay because I
I mean,
need
it's all
my
right.
ex for Steffi to come from her family and the Finnegan family. So if that's what we're getting, I'm not gonna complain
No, me
because
neither. Because
yeah, I'm
one,
not
it
gonna
makes sense.
complain.
Because if I was Steffi, I'd be like, Lee, how you sat up in my face like that twice, and you ain't saying
And
nothing.
you know, and
I
sometimes our
was
spoilers are so overblown. Steffi might have a word with her about it, and that could be the end of it.
I know. And then
they will
Darling.
argument though, because even with Stephanie, when she lied about Felicia being dead, she and Eric had an epic fight. I mean, they had a fight for the ages. And in that fight, she was the one, I think it was during that fight where she was like, I was the one home with these kids every day, being the one raising them in the taskmaster. And they got to expect you and love you because you came home. Daddy made everything better. You know, you wasn't the one handing out all this shit. So what I do for my kids is what I do for my damn kids. And I think Steffi and Lee might have that same argument, and Lee might just tell her, girl, what I do for my family is what I do for my family. And you best go talk to your grandmama about faking some deaths if we really want to be for real, because at least I didn't give your ass no ashes. But your grandmama had a full-fledged funeral with a repast for your Aunt Fifi. So did you go? You gonna forgive me just like you forgave your grandmama? We gonna move on with this family and be done with it. I did what I had to do at the moment, and I don't regret that shit.
Darling, can I ask you a question? Do you
go for
have
it.
those spoilers up for the summer that said something about Thomas?
I can go find them. I know exactly who has them and where
And
they
I
are.
thank you, because I want you to reread it again and so I can hear it again because
Okay.
It just says Thomas shocks Hope with a plan to permanently reunite with Douglas.
not that one. The one where it says about the woman supposed to be coming into his life, and maybe this is the one who puts him on the right track or some stuff like that. I don't know what it is, verbatim, but
I know where to go pull it. Just give me a minute. I have it.
okay.
Because it really does look like we are actually going to get a 9 for 9 clean sweep on soap previews. We have not had a seasonal preview that where everything actually played out like it was supposed to, and who knows how long. This is just shocking to me.
Right, because even if I don't get Thomas a love interest right now, if he gets his son back, that's really what I want.
That's
I
it.
just want
That's
Thomas to be a
all.
single father. Huh?
That's it. That's all.
Right,
will
Thomas
shut
can be
my
a single
damn
father
mouth
with
so
his
quick.
son. I don't see why they felt like he had to be taken and given to a woman. I mean, it was so crazy. It's just like
It
if dads
was.
can't raise kids.
It was.
I mean, it did. Well, first of all, my thing was this: is that when that whole thing cropped up and Lope had their disagreement about it, I actually was in a position of having to side with Liam, which was very uncomfortable for me
Yeah.
because I never side with Liam for anything in this damn world. But yeah, Liam was right. Liam was right. First of all, he said the truth as it needs to be said, which was that one, from a selfish point of view, he was already stretched thin with two children. So
Mm-hmm.
he didn't think he could effectively parent three kids, especially not when Douglas already had a damn daddy. So there was
Right.
truth to that. And two, it was like, I don't know how I feel about this whole thing about just taking Douglas away from his father. And so
From the family.
exactly, like, and you and everybody up in here know what was said at the time. Why they acting like Thomas is an orphan or something? Like he don't have no kind of support in his life. Like he don't have nobody in his family who will support him through. Okay, I found it. Okay,
Thank you.
Thomas. This is from the summer preview about Thomas. Thomas is an incredibly complex character and is working on getting his act together. Thomas is going to find love this summer, and maybe it's the kind of love that can take him to the next level to be responsible, mature, and leave his naughty ways behind him. There ain't a woman mentioned in this.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, you got it.
Yes. That's great. That is great. That is awesome. Good. I'm glad. It ain't gotta be a woman because if he found
Yep, yep.
somebody this soon, this fast, and this life altering, it would be fake. So
Yeah.
good. Because summer's
Um.
almost over with.
And what Free Douglas finally we finally
Yes,
getting some.
and
Hopefully it happens though because you know how
Krista
they like to
tagged
do.
it. Krista hashtagged it what?
She's
Last
yeah
week,
she she's repeat she's
free
retweeted
Douglas.
it. Yeah, she's
So,
retweeted it. I mean, but you know how the showrunners are. I mean,
I know.
this is Hope we talking about. So
Yeah.
how dare we want to have our
Well,
foster kid
well,
back
see,
raised with
that's
the
the
Well,
force?
thing.
Douglas wasn't even one put in that house no way but out of spite. So it's time to unspite him up
Well,
out of that house.
it's time for Thomas to have a happily ever after with his son.
Not
We can
and
put
not
it. We
just
can
that,
make it
but
Trans
that simple.
kids, period.
also the reasoning that was in place to supposedly explain why Lope raising Douglas happened when all that crap happened, that reasoning no longer exists.
Exists. Right.
And
No,
now,
yes it do. Yes it do. Yes it does. As long as Kelly is Liam's daughter and he has to quote unquote be her father and have a relationship with Steffi because that is what Hope said to Liam in his face. Now you will
She did. She did.
understand
Yeah, she
why
did do that.
now you'll see where I'm coming from. When I
Yeah,
gotta look
but
at you be Kelly's father, like Kelly didn't come before hers. You know what?
the characters don't acknowledge that as the
Hey,
actual
mhm.
excuse. They
I
acknowledge the
remember it.
fact that Thomas wasn't right as the actual excuse. But we did hear her say that on screen. Now
Yes,
you know how I feel. So yeah, that was all petty and spiteful. But Thomas is no longer in need of any emotional support, and Hope need to free up his son. Now she's surprised, but now if she fights back, that would be selfish as hell. She claimed to be doing it for Douglas, but if
mm-hmm.
she refuses to let Douglas go back home to his father that is well, then that proves how selfish she is. It was always self-serving and
It's
about her, not
it's
Douglas.
very self-serving, and she's going to have a huge problem with it. And that means that Brooke is gonna have a huge problem with it, and is going to expect Ridge to back her up, and this ain't gonna happen
Oh,
because
my
why?
thing is,
Because his grandma back, his
my
Yeah,
thing
because
is,
Liam
grandma.
always agreed with Douglas. Liam always
Oh
agreed
yeah, oh yeah,
with Thomas. Liam
yeah.
always
He
said
did.
that
He did.
this should
But
be
he swallowed it
temporary.
because he was in the shit house and because he did the fool and went back to the cliff house.
But
So
he
he
did
had
say
no
that he thought
choice
it
but to
should be
swallow it.
well, he thought it should be temporary because he did not believe that it was right to take his son permanently because
Mm-hmm.
whatever state he's in won't be permanent. Liam was always on that. He always said that. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Hope always has a way of making him change his mind and agree with her in the end, regardless how it starts out. So that might be some conflict for them, but I could care less about their conflict. I just want Douglas in the end to be with his dad. I don't want this to be no bullshit game where it's just another little tease so Hope can have the happily ever after again.
Well,
Douglas
So is
don't
this how
belong
we
in that
gonna
house.
usher in the alcohol? Because I know it's coming. So is this how we gonna usher in the alcohol story, or what?
maybe. You
I
know
don't
what?
know.
This
I don't
shit
know. But
might
as long as how it ends, Douglas is with
this
Thomas.
this may be something that could push Hope into
she
some stress that
can't keep
they start
she
hitting
can't
that
keep her
milestone.
husband to herself. She finna lose a baby. She in an open marriage that she didn't sign up for. Girl, yeah, honey, she this alcohol
Well, see,
story
and
coming out, y'all.
I agree that the thing that is going to cause the most conflict is the fact that Liam and Hope will not be on the same page about this. Because
Oh yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Liam at the beginning, before Liam screwed up, that is true. Before Liam screwed up, he was real wishy-washy and like, nah, I'm not even feeling this. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
this is him permanently coming to stay with us is the way. It didn't have anything to do with not loving Douglas. It was about the fact that Douglas had a father. And let's look
Right.
at Thomas from a honest perspective of where Thomas is now versus where he was when that bullshit went down. He didn't care. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't save Liam's life by keeping his by exonerating his ass from prison when he could have let his ass go. I mean,
You
honestly,
know,
hope or no hope,
you
I might have let his ass go. Then it was already dead. I mean,
you
man.
know what I always thought was kind of funny, and it was kind of ironic
Hmm.
when he was 10 toes down on cell block 4. I wanted to crack up when he sat up there. He told Thomas, "I need you to step in for me because I don't know how long I'm finna be here." Thomas of all people, really? Wow. I wonder how. Why?
Well,
Because he really honestly don't believe that Thomas is incapable of being a parent, a father. He
exactly,
just
which is what makes which is what makes Thomas deciding that he wants more permanent custody of Douglas back issue because Liam can't say with a straight face that he doesn't think that Thomas can't raise his own child because he does.
exactly.
And saying
Yeah.
it just because that's what Hope wanted him to say is a whole different kettle of fish these days.
Exactly, Sam. Say it up in them comments. Exactly. They had Steffi had quote unquote Beth for 8 months, almost what 7 months, and they done had Douglas for over a year. So yeah, I'm gonna need them to unhand the boy.
It's ridiculous because in stories, we expect resolutions. I mean, they
Hmm.
basically just taken Thomas and Caroline's Stephanie Douglas Forcer's namesake and just offered him over to damn Hope Logan.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I
she
mean, the
look,
Even
let her
even Hope
have
got her.
another
I
baby
mean,
if that's what she wants.
even Brooke got her kids back. But when Stephanie and Eric was raising little Eric and Bridget, even she got her kids back. So I'm gonna need, like you said, I need a resolution to this. Come
right, because
on now.
there's absolutely no practical storyline purpose for that situation.
No, it's
No,
not.
No,
it's
there's
There's
not.
absolutely no storyline purpose for it. Okay, yeah,
Absolutely.
so that happened a few years ago. Okay, I got it. It's 3 years
Hmm.
later now. What is the purpose of Douglas not being with his in the custody of his father?
Yeah.
none.
And
There's no purpose to that now. And that's
and
not to say
I don't think they're gonna want it to get ugly
no, it
because
doesn't need to be ugly.
no, it doesn't. Because at the end of the day, every time this child tells you he wants to go with his daddy, he ready to go home, I'm gonna need you to listen to the child. Because
Listen,
at
dear
the
Sam.
end,
When it comes to it, them damn children don't have. So listen, at a child Douglas age that can walk and talk and think, that's great. He's more than welcome to tell me, Judge, who they prefer. But the goddamn child is not the one that paying the bills, the rent, and run the show. If he has no reason to be separated from his father, that is his father. That's where his ass go. He can visit Hope. These children don't get to decide who their parent is.
mm-hmm.
And him also, and that's the other kid. So Thomas having full custody of his child back, or his child living with him full time, does not mean that Hope does not see Douglas. But yes, but we pointed this out a while ago when all this mess was going on with Brooke and her drinking and the whole Deacon Sheila wine bullshit. Was that one of the things that irritated everyone on the slick the most during that was the fact that the phrasing of everything was that Hope was the custodial parent, and it was like Thomas had visitation with his own kid, and it made no damn sense at all, none. Because I remember it was Douglas. Thomas came over to see Douglas, and Douglas had gone over to a play date or something with somebody else, and she had forgot to tell Thomas that, and I'm like, okay, yeah, those type of things happen, but Thomas shared his rights to his child with Hope. That's how that went down. She didn't adopt Tom. She didn't officially adopt um Thomas in the course of their marriage, or they didn't have like a custody agreement or something. He shared parental rights with her.
Right.
Okay, so Amaya, so yes, so basically she did let him adopt him. So my
No,
thing is,
no, I don't
what?
remember that
So
happening.
but see, this is the thing. We don't want to confuse. Just because Hope adopted him doesn't mean she adopted him from Thomas. Thomas also has custody of Douglas. Hope has custody of Douglas, but Hope has custodial, which means
And it
she
never
lives with
made
him.
sense.
So both of them are legal parents. I always understood that Hope adopted him, but never adopted him away from Thomas. Thomas still has his parental
I
rights.
under no, y'all. What? Show me the episode. Give me the episode number that was told and said, because I
after
don't
after it happened,
recall no episode saying what they were adopting him away from Douglas. I
after
mean,
it
from
happened, I'm
Thomas.
trying to tell
Who
you.
how is he gonna do that? Because if he gonna split custody, was he giving up Caroline rights?
So that's
Well,
what I'm trying to
Carolyn
tell
did.
you. The dialogue on screen switched from custody and sharing and all that shit to adoption after the fact when Carter in Ridge was looking over the paperwork. That's what the first time I ever heard the word adoption.
Those adoption papers were taken and ripped up by Ridge. He put a
Okay,
house
it
through
don't
it
matter at this
because they
point.
tried to
Okay,
do it
so
underneath his nose. There was no adoption. It was a shared a custody
I thought
agreement.
it was shared custody.
Well,
That's
it
what I
don't
That's
matter.
thought it
it.
We
was.
gonna
I
find
don't
out. We
remember
gonna
no
find out in
adoption going through because when they tried to pull it, it got hell no. That's what he said.
well, we
And
will
she
find
pulled
out.
her ring off because Hope couldn't get what she wanted. And
Okay,
Hope set up that
so
tried to show a little leg to get Thomas to sign the paperwork. And
so
Bridge said no.
okay, so what was the papers that she picked up out of the course
Okay,
that when
yeah,
she left?
I believe that it's shared custody. So this is what I remember, but I'd have to go back to watch it verbatim. Is that originally Brooke came up with that harebrained ass idea about Douglas giving up his rights to about Thomas giving up his rights to Douglas, to Hope and Liam, and that's what blew up Bridge at the time because that was absolutely ridiculous and still is to this day. So that got thrown out. Then, and that's when Thomas took Douglas and moved into Eric's house, and Ridge actually went with them. The next day, um, Brooke and Brooke and Hope were in Brooke's living room, and they were talking. And Hope basically said that she looked into it, and she found out that basically Thomas, if Thomas agreed, he could share custody of Douglas with her. Those were the papers that she was, and this was all right before Acid Gate happened when he fell in that damn acid vat that wasn't really acid. That's
Okay, so
time.
guys, I understand
Mhm.
all the terminology prior to the paperwork being signed did say shared custody. All the dialogue after the papers were changed switched to adoption. Thus, the on this on-screen dialogue stated both, but it didn't start stating adoption until after it happened. Now, at this point, it's mute because we are about to go into the storyline that's about to revisit it. And at that
True,
point,
true.
whatever the show says then is what matters, regardless of what happened back then. So we're gonna find out exactly what
Actually,
type
you're
of
right.
custody it
Yes,
is.
yes,
We
you're
will
right.
find out exactly what type it
Mm-hmm.
is, but more
Mm-hmm.
importantly, Thomas is going for full custody of his son.
Right. Right. So
And yeah, go ahead.
Well, I think Can kicked us off out by mistake. She should be back in a minute. So, well, I agree with you, Sam. It really doesn't matter what the agreement said because, first of all, the show has confused the issue so much to this point that what was originally signed off on and what we ended up with, well, is whatever they is correct. It is whatever the hell they say is going to be at this point. This is true.
Exactly. And they were always loose with the terminology. They are ambiguous on purpose just so they can have this type of wiggle room.
True.
But and that's why I say what matters most is that he's going for him now. That's really I was hashtagging free Douglas for so long. I mean, it just became an abomination and a travesty that this is still happening. And why? What is the purpose? What is the reason? Is what I kept asking. Why is this so? It makes no sense
None
for
of the
Stephanie
reasons.
Douglas's namesake to be being raised in a goddamn outhouse with Hope Logan. Insane.
Well, none. Oh, I'm looking. Ooh, I'm looking at the screen cap that Tara posted of Thomas and Hope having a what looks like a tense conversation in the Forest office, and it is most likely about Douglas. Bring that shit on, please. Bring it down. Ooh, somebody actually been paying attention to the hashtags and to what we've been bitching about for years. Bless them.
Yes, exact. That's what I mean. You see, it seems like whoever has put their hands in this pie is really got their finger on the pulse. They're doing logical shit. This is just logical. It should
Yes,
have
it
been done.
is.
It
True.
should have.
But hey, I'm going to enjoy it. Well, I am going to definitely enjoy that once it kicks off. But one thing I am happy about is that this effectively means that the summer previews were 9 for 9. It was a clean sweep. No
Yep.
lies were told, and they actually kept their end of the damn bargain.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we finally got Thomas. Can we believe? So let's take a moment.
Yes.
I rage a lot about not getting Thomas. We
Yes.
are about to get Thomas. This
Say that.
storyline is for Thomas. This is a
Yes.
Thomas storyline. Well, Thomas, Hope, and Liam. We could. It's all three of them, just like they always want to bind Steffi, Hope, and Liam. So I'm fine with it, but I am very pleased to be getting a story for Thomas. And especially this one to get his son back. Do y'all
Yes.
realize, as a Tridge family fan, I'm busting right now?
Yes.
Oh,
I,
this
I
is
am literally
fantastic.
like, I'm not losing anywhere. I mean, Taylor and Ridge are beautiful together, even if they are just friends. I
Mm-hmm.
love the beautiful chemistry between these two on screen. I love their scenes together. I could absolutely take Tridge as friends. And I got my sin reuniting. Our Thomas is going after his boy finally. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we just ain't fucking losing right now.
Not at all. No, nowhere. In
I'm
no
gonna
corner.
enjoy it while it lasts, cause you know the wheel turns on this mug. So I'm enjoying all this Tridge winning
Uh-uh.
while it lasts.
It's gonna
Right.
be,
But
let it
with
be a
stuff coming up
long
with
while
Douglas,
because it's been a long time coming.
I can already see that that's going to probably bring Tridge close together too. It's going to pull
Mhm.
Bridge apart because, of course, Brooke is going to be doggedly, by any means necessary, going to try to dog Thomas out to keep Douglas from him. Taylor is going to be livid. Ridge is going to be in the middle, and he would be a damn fool not to back his own son.
Honey, and you know what? If she do, I hope that little push off the cliff come back and bite her in the ass. Because I need all this stuff that they don't talk about. Since they is 9 for 9 on these these spoilers, all this stuff needs to come out the darkness that they
So,
don't talk about. That she done
so,
got away with. Her and her daughter.
Well, they not going hand can. You know they're not gonna do all of that. This is all because this is already gonna be
Taylor wasn't
acrimonious.
even here when she got when she had to hear about her son took a dive off the cliff. Now, as many times he done came to and from old Steffi house, all of a sudden he off of the cliff. Yeah, okay. How did that happen?
It's because this
Mm-hmm.
whole matter is already gonna be acrimonious enough. I'm gonna put it to you like this. This ain't the wrap up episode for Real Housewives. They're not gonna be there dragging each other over everything that they happened over the last 5 years that was pure bullshit. Will we enjoy that? Definitely. But
Yeah.
they ain't gonna do that. They just
That's
not
why I
not
said
my
they don't
people.
want it to get ugly. Because people could get pressed up on charges about a lot of stuff.
Exactly.
But
It's already going to be pretty ugly because, yes, the parents are going to be, all the parents are going to be in a rough situation. Tridge is going to be in a tough situation, and Brooke is going to be in a tough situation because, yeah, people are going to have to take a side. And obviously, Tridge is going to take their son's side, and, well, Taylor, no doubt. Brooke
Well,
is
we
going
don't
to
know.
take
We
both
can't
sides.
just take for granted that Ridge is going to take Thomas's side.
No, that's what I mean. Ridge is going to be stuck in the middle because Taylor will take her son's side and Brooke will take her daughter's side. You wouldn't expect anything differently from them
Ridge
with
has
their two.
already been in the middle. He ain't finna be in the middle of this one. Because he
Oh,
wanted Thomas to have Douglas.
Yeah,
yeah,
well, yeah, he said that one time. But
he
we
said it.
talking. This is Ridge we talking about.
Like, you remember when? Okay, do y'all remember when we first got the recast for Taylor when Krista
Yes.
first came, and one of the first things that she was commenting because she was still wearing that pink shirt she still had that wig on at the very
Hmm.
start. One of the things that she talked about when she was at Steffi's house was about Douglas and
Yes.
her and Steffi were on one side of the living room, and Ridge and Thomas were on the other side. And Steffi and Taylor were just looking at each other like, y'all, because y'all could totally see the point that we're trying to make to y'all. And if Ridge and Thomas were over there like, well, yeah, but it was pathetic. So yeah, Ridge is gonna end up being the monkey in the middle on this.
I think if it's taking the storyline to have Thomas lead it, where he wants to go after getting his son to be where he has sole custody of his son. He ain't sharing no rights. He ain't got no glorified title for a babysitter. I need for his dad to back him up fully.
Well,
No,
that's
no
what we would
other.
expect,
Yeah,
but we can't expect that from Ridge.
because Thomas was the only holdout before because of him being insecure. So now
Okay.
that he's secure enough to say it, I need everybody to fall in line as they should, which I think is going to happen. But
Well,
hey,
we'll see
I
because
digress.
this is
We'll
the
see.
soap. It's going to be drama. I mean, if we can't expect that it just to be Hope and Brooke against Taylor and Thomas. They're going to have that conflict, and it's going to be Ridge. He is not going to be a definite for Thomas. That's going to be angsty, and it's
It's gonna
going
be
to
a
make
mess.
Ridge trash. So this is a thing that I am not going to like. I do not like the idea of let's prove how much he loves this bitch by seeing how he can trash his babies. Now, Ridge, if Thomas wants his son back, Ridge should just support his son, period. But he won't do that because he has Brooke on the other side. And he
Mm-mm.
will think that it is his place to make reason and try to appease her when it's not his place. Thomas is Douglas's father, not Ridge. If he wants him back, Ridge needs to shut the fuck up and support him. Don't try to hurt him, but he's not going to do that. Mark my words, Ridge is going to be an asshole. And if he is that type of asshole, he gonna be dead to me forever. Because he can't not, you can't basically say Thomas can't have his son because Hope deserves to have him and think that you ever gonna be
Mm-mm.
no, no.
No, that's not it at
That's
all.
a no.
Oh, I do so. So before we get too far afield, because we're very excited about this turning of the worm for this other part of the Trench family. Three things I wanted to talk about today, because before we end, we have got to talk about Ava Jerome. And I know Bubbles is over there most likely bursting at the seams because, yes, we need to talk about Ava Jerome and the delightfulness that was today's GH. Oh, Bubbles, Renee said, asked if she could be let in, please. So, a couple of things for today before we jump into more subjects. One, I just love the fact that Finn was ready to lay Sheila ass out over his mama and Steffi. Specifically because Sheila ass knew, despite whatever Sheila says about what she meant or what she didn't mean, she knew that it was a non-starter to tell Finn that she shot Steffi after she shot him. So she been hiding that shit like a dead body, pun intended. So when Lee and Bill got there and dropped the bomb that Steffi, that Sheila shot two people. Yeah, oh yeah, Finn, she shot your wife after she shot you. Finn was ready to put her through a wall, and I was here for it.
Twice.
Mm-hmm. First time was over Lee when she was up there lying her ass off about I didn't have anything to do with Lee's accident. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. He was ready to put her ass down, and I love that for him. I love it. Absolutely adore it. Two, Bill Spencer should have played for the NFL because while all this mess was going on, Sheila made a pass rush for the dough, intercepted. Nah, you wasn't. You know we gonna stop this run. It's no good. So Dollar Bill coming along for the ride was well worth it. If for no other reason than to see him be like, oh, where the hell you think you go?
Right. He caught the pass.
And then exactly. And then tied her ass up to that damn bed.
She got denied on the 2-yard line.
Swear.
That was like that time the Titans lost the Super Bowl on the 1-yard line. You were so close and yet so very far away.
Exactly. I was like, football season's still a way off, but I was like, ooh, rejected. All right, Bill. You are earning your place in this story. I was happy to see it. And then
I was too.
Exactly. And then of course, today is not today unless we actually talk about the fact that Sheila, I don't know what Sheila's plan, because I don't even think she has a plan yet out of this, except to get the hell out of Dodge and to keep from going to prison. Because no matter how much she says she loves somebody, Sheila don't want to go to jail for nothing. Okay, at the end of the day, all her talk is talk because, I love you, but I don't love you enough to go to jail and do penance for whatever the hell it is you said I did wrong. Sheila is not on that shit at all.
Sheila ain't never fixing to go to jail for nothing. That's why she over here at Deacon's house trying to find a way out. And he is stupid if he don't drop a dime on her, but he's not going to do that because at the end of the day, they still friends, but he needs to be realizing if he don't drop that dime on Sheila, he's gonna be messing up his friendship with world-renowned psychiatrist Dr. Taylor Hayes.
Well, the spoilers is saying that Deacon is telling Hope and Brooke his suspicions about Taylor and Ridge, proving my point that Deacon ain't shit. As soon as Taylor back is turned, he runs over to Brooke and Hope to tell them, oh yeah, well, I know Taylor and Ridge going to but I don't know what he's going to say.
I thought it was. I'll have to look at. I thought it was that he told Hope a theory or something about Brooke, Taylor, and Ridge. Maybe I don't know. I have to go see it. I don't remember exactly how.
Yeah, it was about the triangle. It wasn't just about Ridge and Brooke. I mean Ridge and Taylor. It was he shares his theory about Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor. So it was about the triangle. And maybe that's what spurs Hope to post that damn picture of her parents. I don't know.
I tell you, that right there, we never really got into that. Did we? About Hope passive aggressively posting that photo.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We did?
Yeah, we did. About we talked about it when we were talking about what what could possibly, if that photo could be a trigger to what happens with Tridge and whether it is or whether it isn't. But that was way, way earlier, like at the beginning of the chat.
Because you were stuck on them seeing it in real time because when you post stuff, it's in real time. But there's a 9-hour time difference between Los Angeles and Monaco. So if she posts that at night, they won't see it till the next morning. The timing would have to be right for her to post that so that they could see it in order for that to trigger Ridge kissing on Taylor. But that body language in that picture with Ridge hooking up on Taylor, I don't know if y'all saw what I saw, but to me it looked like she really don't want him to touch her because her head is.
They need to get let back in.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Thank you, Kangan.
Oh, you
yeah. So I'm just not
I
been in.
can't let you. I can't let Renee on stage if her devices is not connected. You got to do whatever you have to do on your side to turn on your microphone and your camera. Continue.
I just feel like that Hope is. I don't know. Is she's dumb? Why is she? Why did she post a picture of um Deacon and Brooke on social media?
We already
I
talked.
really need to. Yeah, I think we kind of are not gonna have any kind of consensus on that until we actually see what the circumstances of the picture are and what the picture actually is. If this is some crap where Hope and Brooke went to Il Giardino and caught lunch and ran in Deacon, well, I can't really say nothing about that. That's what he worked. That's on them.
And
They
why would she post it on social? I guess that's where I'm still. Whatever the photo is, I mean, what if it was a cute photo of Brooke and Deacon and the kids? Of
Well,
course, it's a
Amaya
moment. I
already
could see
told.
her wanting to take a
Am I on
picture,
mute again?
but why post it on social media?
So,
because she can do what she wants because she a grown woman and Ridge Forrester don't run her life maybe,
well,
and maybe she don't think about Ridge with every breath she take and everything she do. That is possible. Sam Bubbles, go ahead.
I was just wondering if I was on mute.
No, no,
Um,
right.
Amaya already told us that Annika said in an interview somewhere that the picture is of Brooke and Deacon and the grandkids playing. So we already know that's what that's about. It's gonna set Ridge off because that's Brooke and Deacon's family. That's him with his grandkids and his baby mom. But that's what the picture is supposedly. I would Amaya. Well, let me go back. She said a while back that Annika said somewhere that that's exactly what it is. Was them playing with the kids, and that's
Kids,
all.
plural. I wonder if that's going to trigger Thomas.
Probably because I'm trying to see. Amaya, are you still on with us?
I think it was
I
just
think
Beth is supposed to be coming back. I don't think they said anything about Beth and Douglas.
Yes, from
Because
now
they could
on, just bet.
Photoshop it. If it's just a picture, they could probably Photoshop in Douglas. Because I'm wondering what's going to trigger Thomas to want to even go after the custody. We
Maybe
haven't seen
because Steffi
anything of
has
it,
her family back.
huh?
Maybe it got something to do because Steffi has her family back.
Yeah, it could be all that, right? It could be all that. You know, I mean, I can't wait to hear it on screen. I can't wait to hear J Matt's. I can't wait to hear how he
I
portrays it on
can't wait
screen.
to see more of him.
Yeah,
Period.
I know exactly,
Oh, she
exactly.
still
And
got
Wyatt, you
that.
know,
Yes.
what was
Wyatt
that,
without
Bubbles?
the felon, Wyatt without the felon is a real damn mood. I mean, today I was like, I don't really have any complaints about Liam being there and Hope being there at Bill's house or whatever. I didn't really have any complaints about that. But I was thinking to myself, Wyatt could have been there too. Like, why couldn't it have been Wyatt that came over to ask about blah blah blah? I mean, Wyatt knows Lee, I would imagine, or maybe he don't.
Well, no, because Flo and him were completely out of the loop when they got married. So I don't think Wyatt does know Lee.
Right. He might not. He went to visit
I don't
Steffi, but
think
he
he
might not.
knows.
But yeah,
Two
Yeah.
I
weddings.
just I wouldn't mind. So Wyatt without Flo, I wouldn't mind seeing more of. I mean, if we could get, campaign for Wyatt, getting Wyatt some more airtime and be assured that there was no Flo, I would be down for it. But I just can't bear the threat of the felon.
I don't know about him being in any storyline with Steffi while he's still sitting up there dating
The
felon Fluff.
felon. Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully the felon just stays gone.
Well, what I would predict probably for Wyatt and Liam is that they will probably get more involved with Bill, especially if Bill and Lee start dating seriously. Because that would be a big departure from their father. Because let's be blunt, first of all, Lee is not the typical woman that Dollar Bill would date. She is a brilliant surgeon, very self assured. So, and not to mention the circumstances of how he met her and how the potential of them being together came about would be very different from what Dollar Bill's romantic history has looked like to date. So I could see his sons being more a part of that and wondering about this change in their father. That would be a nice way to get Wyatt back to the forefront that wouldn't necessarily necessitate Flo having to come with him.
What was that
Yeah.
you was gonna say, Bubbles?
What?
You were finna say something. I heard you was gonna say something.
No, not this time.
Okay, are y'all gonna talk about GH?
No.
Girl, this.
Please.
For GA.
Look at
All
Renee.
right.
10 minutes for
She
GA.
dying.
I've been
Y'all,
waiting for this
I'm gonna
song.
tell
Both of them
y'all
know.
something.
that
Esme
motherfucker
is a
Esme.
Jerome. She is a Jerome somehow, some way. If she ain't Ava, she's Olivia's or she's Julian's. She is a Jerome.
That that Esme, that I love that girl. I mean I hate what she's doing to Trina. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. But Esme as a villain, she don't flinch. Ryan Chamberlain got up out that chair and took her phone and she was like, "Oh, you up?" Like Esme don't flinch. She is unshakable. I love this little girl. And then she went and told Spencer, "Look, your little plan that you had worked out for me to be telling all this shit about what I did to somebody so you can tell me my mama, it ain't even worth it. I'm out. I'm not on your deal." She got Spencer looking like a damn fool in the face. And even more so, Nicholas. Child, when Nicholas told Victor he slept with Esme, I was screaming.
Hell, when he told Ava.
I can't even get to him telling Ava yet because I couldn't get past Victor going, "What in the fuck is you doing over here, boy?"
Oh, Nicholas, don't tell me you did it.
Then Victor gonna pull out his phone and talking about, "Well, let me go and get this taken care of right now." This was like, "You can't kill her." He was like, "Well, I mean, you want the
Shit.
problem solved, don't you?"
Look,
Exactly.
Look, a Cassadine. See, this is why I like Vic because guess what? The Stone Cold Cassadine is a killer bitch as soon as you look at him. Esme is lucky she has not been bounced off a parapet yet.
Girl, Victor came in and said the first thing we gonna do is we ending our hospitality with that hoe. She gonna have to leave Spoon Island and this house. I don't care who's. You know what? She got to go today. We done with this. And once she gone, I'm gonna have somebody pick her ass up, and we will never see Esme again. And Nicholas, Lord have mercy, Nicholas. I ate it up today. Everybody in his face. I ate it up. Victor, I got to go back and watch it again because the way Victor stood there and looked at him was talking to him like, "You fucking idiot. I know you're not this stupid."
That's
And
just how he looked at him.
girl, and then when Ava, he gonna sit there trying to ease Ava into it. Well, so what had happened was I had I had an unfortunate encounter with Esme, and she gonna tell you that we slept together. I'm sorry. We can fix it. She was like, hold on. He said, but Esme made me do it. Esme had everything planned. I know Esme did all of this, and she's like, so you got bamboozled by a high school girl? Is that what you want me to really believe? Bitch, you know what? We is done. You will never touch me again.
Again in this life.
Turn your life to the motherfucking ground.
And she's gonna take everything.
Yes.
Turn his life to the ground. Honey, I screamed. I couldn't rewind shit. I'm fixing to go watch it again tonight, and I will be watching it again in the place of the young and the restless because I don't waste my hour on that shit no more.
Now,
No,
Nick that y'all talking about, is that Nicholas Cassadine?
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
Are you kidding me? He messing around with a young high school girl?
girl.
Yes, a high school graduate and got busted all out today by his uncle and his wife.
Ava said, out of all of the women, excuse me, girls.
Oh, my God.
You slept with this woman, this girl. Oh, girl, child. I can't wait till Esme get back home because you know she got to come back to the house to get her shit. She don't know she been evicted yet. She don't know that Nicholas went ahead and told before she could tell because she's been dangling this over his head. Oh, I sure would hate to tell Nicholas and Ava that we slept together. But I'm sure you can get me back my internship so I don't have to tell nobody. So that's the only reason he's speaking up is because Esme was going to tell. And Ava called him on that too. Oh, so you decided to tell me before she could get the job.
Good. Yep.
That's what this is about.
Lying to Ava is an Olympic sport, and you have to be really good at it to get away with it.
Girl, but then when Nicholas had the nerve to sit there and look in her face and tell her that Esme was a dangerous person, bitch, that's what she told you when you let that girl move into the house. And she told you, I don't want Esme living in this house. She done already tried to ruin our marriage, and she blew up my fucking car trying to kill us. She's dangerous, Nicholas. We don't need her in the house. Well, it's my
Yeah, no
house. She's my guest, and I'm not going to turn away my son's girlfriend. Now look at you.
Now look at you.
Now look at you. You ain't even got your wife no more. Wait till Ava realizes that he was trying to get that divorce because of this shit. And he did tell, well, I thought we was broken up. That's why I slept with Esme, because, you know, it was so cold and, you know, you wasn't even talking to me. And then you was talking about how you was going to leave me. So I thought we was over. And what had happened was Esme tricked me. And then my penis fell into her vagina multiple times in this very room that we're standing in.
That was the part that was so pathetic. Nick took absolutely no ownership for this bullshit. He was just up there like, and she made me do it. She made me screw her. It really, like, I was like, Nicholas, you dumb. I mean, I don't know how the hell you came out of Laura's womb this stupid, but
He's a
apparently it's a
Cassadine.
thing. I don't know what it is.
Him being a Cassadine.
But Victor's not a stupid Cassadine. So what did it jump Nicholas? Because Victor don't seem like the kind of person that be fucking around with his son's freshly graduated girlfriend. High school graduate, as Ava called her, this high school graduate.
The closest thing Nicholas ever got to with this shit before was with Catherine Bell when both him and his Uncle Stephen was in the hut, and Catherine was no damn teenager, so this was a whole different level of bullshit. But this mess here, I'm just like,
I cannot wait until Ava gets in Avery's ass, honey. You know the way
that's gonna be so
West,
good.
The way Mara West brings it, and this Avery Pole seems to be able to hold her own. That's gonna be fireworks in them scenes.
That's why I say she has to be a Jerome. Can you imagine if she's Ava's long lost daughter that she gave up that we didn't know about, or even her niece from Olivia? Because she just is as crazy as Olivia is, if not crazier.
That's the other thing that I'm like, Nick, why are you acting like you talking about Esme is a dangerous woman? You're married to a dangerous woman, but apparently you didn't forgot that shit. But okay, bro.
Right, you just said to put everything at Esme's feet like she had some kind of mind control over him, sir. You did that willingly. You could have said no at any moment, but you slept with the girl who could be your daughter. Like Ava really hit every point today. And I was wanting more out of it. But Nicholas, in that panic, he was panicked, y'all. You know, his heart was beating fast. He was sweating. I gotta fix this. I'm about to lose my whole life. Yeah, you fixing to lose everything because Spencer don't know yet either. Spencer and Esme get home, and Ava gonna be waiting right there to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And then Nicholas really is gonna lose everything. The only thing he's gonna have is Esme, and he ain't gonna want nothing to do with her. But it ain't Esme's fault, sir, that you fucked her. You did that with yourself. Anybody can tempt you, but it's you. Who taking the action?
And he's stupid. And honestly, I will say one thing. In the years of watching GH, one of the things that Nicholas does not have that a Cassadine is supposed to be having, and honestly, if Helena was still around, she would blame it on his mother. He would be like, it's because that common woman is your mama. That's why you don't have the right qualities. Right. Cassadines are supposed to have ice running through their veins. That is like a trademark. They are supposed to be cold to the limit when it is needed. And Nick don't have that shit. Not like he's supposed to.
No, that's because of Laura, baby.
Is that shit? Alexis got more ice in her veins when she needed than he does. Because yes, Nick was up there panicking. I was waiting for Nicholas to run out the house without his car keys. or his shirt turned on backwards. That's how freaked out he was about the fact that he had that it finally dawned on him like an idiot how he had completely wrecked his own life. Because my first thing is this: you slept with the heifer. That you should have got rid of her if you did if after you made that colossal mistake, you let her continue to hang around. You weren't thinking of contingencies and how to neutralize this problem or realize what this was going to do to your whole life. If Ava Jerome ever found out you made a fool out of her, bruh. Mm-mm.
Like she told him today, I'm fixing to burn your world to the ground. She meant that. She meant that. She fixing to go hire Diane as her lawyer. And she is fixing to get this money. She fixing to get Spoon Island. She fixing to
Mm-hmm.
get everything that's near and dear to Nicholas. And to be honest with you, Nicholas done lost this shit on his own.
Yes, he has. Yes, he absolutely has. This wasn't just a lapse in judgment. Because first of all, the honest to goodness truth is, for one, Esme didn't have to work that hard to get Nicholas in bed or on the floor, however the hell we're gonna look at it. She really didn't. She didn't have to do that much. She really did not have to do much to get him in bed, and it was pathetic. It was absolutely pathetic that he was that easy with to get in bed. Hell, Esme couldn't get Spencer into bed after a certain point because one, he's in love with Trina. We all know this. Serena forever. But all her coming on trying to get into her boyfriend's pants, whose pants she had been in previously, and she couldn't crack that code. But Nicholas, he just threw his pants over the couch and just said, "Let's go."
Girl, his pants didn't even make the damn couch. Nicholas was there waxing the floor like he learned from Hope Logan. They ain't put no clothes on no hangers. Was it nothing gently put to the side? They sat there and ripped each other's clothes off, honey, like there was a glass of water in the desert and they both was thirsty.
Exactly, and it was absolutely, well, aside from being slightly more than slightly appalling, it was the ease of it. I'm sorry. I would have felt like, don't you have to put more work into it to break up a marriage? Don't you have to put more work into it to get a man to turn away from a wife who has been absolutely insane about for all of this time? But Esme didn't have to work hard because Nicholas is weak. He really is a coward. Ava was right about that. She said point blank, told Nicholas to his face, "You a damn coward." And the cliffhanger at the end of the day was her when Esme ran back to the house to get her shit because she was being evicted. Ava ran her ass back to Spoon Island and called her a conniving little whore.
I can't wait until all of this comes out. Like when they get everybody on the level and everybody knows that Nicholas has been with Esme, it's really gonna hit the hot pot because now she done lost everything, right? Just like Ashley. I said I want to talk about them people no more. But Esme has lost everything. She's lost Nicholas. She's lost a home. Them people was paying her way for everything. She's lost her benefactors, or as Victor says, she has lost the Cassadine hospitality. All of that is gone. She ain't got no place to go. She ain't got no friends except for her daddy. She fixing to get wild now. Mm-hmm. To get wild. She ain't got nothing to lose, so she can blow up families for real now. I just want to see how she's gonna handle it all.
And the thing is, she don't have to. That's the thing about Esme. Esme has been doing all her dirty dealings on the slick because she was trying not to be exposed to Spencer or to Nicholas or to whoever the hell. Well, not at all of this shit didn't hit the streets. Girl, your name is Mud. So she don't have to be on the slick about trying to ruin people's life. She can do that big and bold as shit in broad daylight.
Right. She's going to be out in the daylight running around wild. That's what I'm talking about. She's going to be unfettered. There ain't nothing. The only thing that they have on her now is that fake DNA test to tell her who her mama is. But that's not even real. That's the only leverage they have with her. And when she finds out that's a lie too, and she ain't even got that, girl, Esme fixing to go full Ryan Chamberlain. She likes to break his ass out of Spring Ridge. That's what's gonna happen. She gonna break her daddy out of Spring Ridge.
They in danger, girl.
Yeah,
All of
Mhm.
danger.
the danger. Y'all remember that time Ava took that cockroach to Ryan and stumped on it? He ain't forgot that shit. Ryan Chamberlain coming back for everybody, and Esme is going to unleash him because that's gonna be her revenge. Y'all done fucked me over. Okay, let me let my daddy loose and see how you like this gravy on your chicken. That's what's fixing to happen. I can't wait. I can't
I
wait.
have
I
to,
can't wait. I can't wait.
I have to say, Renee has given me food for thought because there's been tons of speculation about Esme's parentage, specifically her parentage on her maternal side. If they sit up here and pull a Carly Bobby on Ava and Esme, I'll about fall out my chair cackling because that would be some shit.
I do need Esme to be related to Ava though, because that one scene where Esme was talking about Ava's kids and she said them babies' names, and Ava was looking at Esme and she walked up close enough to that girl where she could have licked her brain if she wanted to. And she said, "You will keep my daughter's names out of your mouths, or ours will be the last damn thing you ever say." Like that kind of that animosity, that angst right there between them, where she was like literally this is the age of COVID, and they was nose to nose when Ava told her, "I bet you better not say my daughter's names no more. I bet you I'll put a mud hole in your ass if you say my baby's names. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again." Like, I can't wait for these two. I need them to be related because Ava hates her so much.
I
But
mean,
she might be that little piece of family that Ava has been craving. And then how you reconcile that? I hate this bitch, but she my niece. I hate this bitch, but she's
Exactly.
my long lost daughter.
I need to
You
see
know,
Ava smack her around. That's what
girl,
I
I
need
need
to
to see
see.
them smacking each other because I feel like if Ava hits Esme, Esme might punch Ava.
Yeah, she gonna hit back. She's
I
that
want
girl.
that's a cat fight I want to see.
Yes.
Definitely. Well, it's
I mean,
after 9. We're gonna have to wrap this up because folks got to go to bed. Tomorrow is
do
Friday.
that, do that.
I don't think we have a bold live because I haven't seen anything from Casey yet. He did
Ah,
tweet today, but nothing about a bold live.
well, we do have. Well, a reminder: we have Tanner and Jackie on the talk,
Oh,
and so I'm guessing they probably may feel like, well, we ain't got to give y'all too much extra content. Y'all getting it all over the place.
right. The internet has blown up with everything sin. Like this is I haven't seen a sub couple blown up this hard in a long time. And I ain't gonna lie, when Finn ran out that room, I heard Bonnie Tyler singing like she used to sing for Bo and Hope. He going for his woman, child.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
when I see Jackie tomorrow on the talk, I just don't want her to say, "Your girl pregnant again."
Because that's how she did us the last time.
You did.
But no lie, I've been looking at this picture of her and Tanner, the one where she's in the blue dress looking like Grace
Mhm.
Kelly. And I'm looking at her stomach like, why her stomach sticking out like that? Did she eat before this thing? Is that bitch
She ate
pregnant?
good before
Probably.
that. She ate
Probably.
good.
I sat there and I was like, did she eat good or she
Mhm.
looking at baby number 4? Because
She
She
ate
ate
good.
good.
She ate good.
She ate good.
that's,
That was the lunch.
that's what I'm gonna
Remember? Remember Tana put out the picture with them going to lunch?
believe. She ate good that day. So
This is
that's
after lunch.
what I don't want to believe that baby 4 is gonna come and blow us out the water when we just got everything back. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what we gonna stick to. She ate real good. Maybe she had some cheese and beer. Um, and just needed to go and work that out with the day. But tomorrow, yes, we will watch them. I think I might live tweet or I might do a spaces after the thing because y'all know they'll wait to the very end to have them on. So we'll play it by ear, but we'll definitely do another we'll do this again tomorrow night too.
For sure.
Yeah, I would love to do a spaces tomorrow after the talk because I'm off tomorrow because I
And
got my illness.
I'm actually working from home tomorrow, so I can actually attend for a change.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. I love it.
Well, we gonna put it together tomorrow, and we'll do a spaces for the talk, and then we'll follow that up tomorrow night with our normal time in the yard.
And
All
Bubbles.
righty, ma'am.
Hey,
What I
good
would
night,
like for you to do,
everybody.
if you can, is to pin your StreamYard links to your profile so that when we come looking for the link, we don't have to scroll down your page searching for it.
It's a
Yeah.
different link every night, so I'll have to.
I know you can pin it every day.
Okay.
Just when you do it, just pin it.
If y'all,
That's a great suggestion, Sam, and I appreciate you saying that.
if you follow me though, if you follow me,
I do follow you, but you got to do that when you make the link for the StreamYard.
I just go to your page every day. That's
I
all.
do, but I have to scroll down and search for it.
Yeah, I do post a lot, so I'll remember to pin them from now on so that you guys don't have to look for them all the time.
All right,
Appreciate
thanks,
you.
Yay,
Love
Bubbles.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, SB Writer. Good night, Stefan.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good night.
Stefan.
Good night, ladies.
John Boy.
I was just thinking that.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.